Hey guys, it's Elting here trying to help you with questions similar to 31 and 37, and this is going back and forth between our two types of formulas. Right here we are given a recursive formula. We're asked to make an explicit formula. So if I write down the explicit formula again, it's a sub n is equal to the difference times n minus 1 plus a sub 1, our first term. And in this case, guys, this problem is super easy because they actually give us all of the information we need. We need to know the common difference, and we need to know a sub 1. Obviously, a sub 1 was given to us right there, so I'm going to go ahead and write plus 8. The difference comes from our recursive formula. Remember, recursive means that it's a formula inside a formula. In other words, in order to find, a sub 5, I would need to take the number before that, a sub 4, and add 6 to it. But this right here, that plus 6 at the end, that's your common difference. They already gave that to us. So we're going to actually just go down here and plug in 6 for D. And we now have an explicit formula. 6 times the quantity n minus 1 plus 8. That is absolutely an explicit formula. That's exactly what we're looking for. So to do these problems, you just need to pull out a sub 1 and your common difference, which is your last term there, and plug them in for the correct variables in our equation, our formula, which again, that's on your notes. It's this right here. It's the explicit formula. Now going backwards, now you're given an explicit formula, and now you need to actually rewrite that as a recursive formula. Well, key thing here, we're going to pull out both our common difference and sorry about that. We're also just going to do this a slightly different way. Sorry about that. Had a mental freeze. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to start by identifying what we need for our recursive formula. And if you notice, here's a recursive formula right there. It's going to look just like that. A sub n equals a sub n minus 1 plus some common difference. Now the question is, this is written slightly different than our explicit formula a little bit ago, but the common difference is still in the same place. It's next to n. That is next to n. So right here, common difference. Notice it's next to n minus 1. It's actually still in the same place. However, this is no longer going to be our first term, but we can still use it to find our first term. Don't worry, we'll get back to that in just a second. But that is still our common difference. So the formula is actually just this. It's as easy as that. Now, how do I get back to my first term? It's easier than you might think. Remember, n stands for what term? So all I'm going to do is just plug in 1, since 1 is my first term. So to find a sub 1, literally just plug in 1. And in this case, when I do that, I get 10 plus 8 times 1 is 8, which means I have 18. So a sub 1 is 18, and that's all I had to do. If you want to get really, really fancy and try to rewrite this with an n minus 1, I guess you could think of it like this. This is 10 plus 8 times n minus 1, right? But hold on. When I distribute that, I'm going to get a negative 8. And I'm going to need to account for that over here. So I guess what plus negative 8 is going to give me 10. Like, what is this going to become? How do I end up with 10? Well, let's think about it. Negative 8 plus x is equal to 10. The answer there is, 18, that number we already found. So this is a different way to do this, but if you really, really wanted to rewrite this the same way we have it on the other page, you could call this 18 plus 8 times the quantity n minus 1. That's optional. Really, the only thing you need to do to find that first term is just plug in 1 for n, and you got it. Best of luck, guys.